US President Donald Trump has unveiled a 20-point peace plan aimed at ending Israel's war in Gaza and beginning Gaza's redevelopment. But what's raising eyebrows globally is the man at the centre of the plan, former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair.
To ensure the success of this effort, my plan calls for the creation of a new international oversight body, the Board of Peace, we call it, the Board of Peace, sort of a beautiful name, the Board of Peace, which will be headed, not at my request, believe me, I'm very busy, but we have to make sure this works. The leaders of the Arab world and Israel and everybody involved asked me to do this, so it would be headed by a gentleman known as President Donald J. Trump of the United States. That's what I want, is some extra work to do, but it's so important that I'm willing to do it, and we'll do it right, and we're going to put leaders from other countries on, and leaders that are very distinguished leaders, and we'll have a board, and one of the people that wants to be on the board is the UK former Prime Minister, Tony Blair, good man, very good man, and some others, and they'll be named over the next few days.
According to the proposal, Blair will sit on a newly created Board of Peace alongside Trump and yet-to-be-named international leaders. The plan has received broad support from Israel, Arab countries and Europe, while Hamas has said it is still reviewing the proposal. But under the plan, Hamas would be removed from power and stripped of governing authority, a condition seen as unacceptable by many in the group.
I don't think it is acceptable for people in Gaza to live like this. And I think we all bear responsibility for it. The international community, the politics, all the surrounding issues. We sometimes forget there are real people that end up suffering.
Blair's return to Middle East diplomacy is sparking sharp reactions. Once hailed as a peace broker, Blair's legacy has been overshadowed by his support for the 2003 Iraq War, a move that led to widespread criticism across the Arab world and at home in the UK. A 2016 inquiry concluded his legal case for war was far from satisfactory, and though he avoided prosecution, the damage to his reputation was done. Yet Blair has remained active in the region. After leaving office in 2007, he became the Middle East envoy for the Quartet, a coalition of the US, UN, EU and Russia, aiming to help build Palestinian institutions and promote peace. Critics, however, say Blair achieved little. While he supported economic development in Palestinian territories, he failed to halt Israeli settlement expansion or deliver meaningful progress on Palestinian statehood. Adding to the controversy, Blair also ran a private consulting firm during this period, prompting accusations of a conflict of interest. Many Palestinians and observers felt that it was never clear which version of Blair they were dealing with, the diplomat or the businessman. Now, under Trump's plan, Blair would play a key transitional role in post-war Gaza. The proposal outlines a phased withdrawal of Israeli forces, replaced by an international stabilization force. This body would train vetted Palestinian police and oversee security while Gaza undergoes reconstruction. Hamas would be ousted and governance handed over to a transitional authority, potentially led by Blair, until the Palestinian Authority, or PA, completes a series of reforms. The PA has expressed willingness to take on the role, but Israel has firmly opposed any return of the PA to Gaza. Some suggest Blair's involvement is a compromise meant to make that transition more palatable to Israel. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak has noted that while Israel distrusts the PA, Blair might serve as a respected intermediary. But for many Palestinians, Blair's presence brings back memories of past failures. Xavier Abu Eid, a former Palestinian negotiator, warned that the plan risks permanently dividing Gaza and the West Bank, undermining the vision of a unified Palestinian state. On the ground in Gaza, skepticism runs high. One resident, speaking from a shelter, called the plan unrealistic and said its terms were clearly designed to be rejected by Hamas, suggesting the conflict is likely to drag on. While the plan excludes any Israeli annexation of Gaza and opposes forced resettlement of Gazans, a proposal Trump previously floated, the road ahead is unclear. Blair's re-entry into Middle East peace efforts may reassure some in Israel, but it is seen with suspicion by many Palestinians who view his past involvement as ineffective, if not harmful. As Hamas reviews the proposal and international reactions unfold, the question remains: can this plan deliver peace? Or will it simply reshape the conflict under a new banner?